I will be starting chapter 10, profit and loss. So before we begin with this chapter, always try to imagine yourself to be the shop owner, alright, or that you are a seller. Clear? Alright, let's start with the cost price, or CP in short, the price at which an article is purchased, and then selling price, or SP, the price at which an article is sold. So for example, let's say what, you bought a pen for rupees 10, right? So this becomes your cost price. Clear? And then you sold it for rupees 20, so this becomes your selling price. So selling price depends, okay, sometimes there will be loss, sometimes there will be profit. So here the first part will be dealing with profit. Let's have a look. Profit, when a selling price of an article is more than the cost price, then a seller makes a profit. So pretty easy to understand, right? Look at the example again. You bought it for rupees 10, but you sold it for rupees 20. And if I actually did you make a profit or a loss, you will say you made a profit, right? Profit of how much? Rupees 10. How did you get that? The selling price minus the cost price. When you subtract these two, you're getting your profit, okay? Which will lead us to this formula here. Profit equals selling price, right? The selling price minus the cost price. That is how you will get the profit, okay? Now, these two other formula is just a manipulation of this first formula here, okay? Sometimes the question will give us the cost price and the profit, and they will tell us to make, they ask us to find the selling price, all right? Or in other times, they will give us the selling price and the profit, and then ask us to find the cost price, okay? So remember these three formula, but if you know this, the first formula, these two are just a manipulation, okay? So if you look again, let's say P is profit for now, okay? Then the formula is what? Selling price minus cost price, right? So if they ask us to find the selling price, right, the SP is minus CP will go to the other side, it will become plus, right? So I'll have a P plus cost price equals the selling price, right? You can see C plus profit, right? Cost price plus profit, you'll have the selling price. Same thing here again, okay? Sometimes they will ask us to find the cost price. So how do you find? Once again, profit is this, right? Profit equals SP minus CP, okay? So remember, they're asking us to find the cost price now. So what will we do? We'll send this SP to the other side, right? Which means I'll have profit minus SP equals minus CP, right? But in order to make it plus, make this equal to plus CP, I'll have to subtract everything by minus, okay? Then I'll have a P, then minus SP, then again here minus bracket minus CP. I'm trying to make it positive, okay, the cost price. Then now minus into plus, I'll have a minus P, minus into minus, I'll have plus here, right? SP, and then minus into minus, I'll have plus CP, right? So cost price, if we also find cost price, it will be SP minus the profit, okay? So you can see here, cost price equals SP minus the profit. So remember, it's just a manipulation of the first formula, all right? So while we're doing these questions, I'll explain further there, all right? Alright, now let's go to the loss. When a selling price of an article is less than the cost price, then the seller suffers a loss. So same thing, right? Let's take the example like you bought a pen for rupees 10, but you sold it for rupees 5. Did you make a profit or a loss? You made a loss of rupees 5, right? So it will come to this formula, okay? Loss equals the cost price minus the selling price. 10 minus 5, your loss is equal to how much? Rupees 5. And once again, these two are just a manipulation of this formula here, okay? Now let's go to the profit and loss percent. So sometimes they will ask us to find it in terms of percentage also, your profit percentage and your loss percent, okay? So how do you find? Profit percent equals profit by CP into 100, loss percent equals loss by CP into 100. So I'll explain this while we're solving the this type of questions, okay? But for now, just remember, right? Let's solve one question after the one question. Find a profit or loss when CP equals 800, SP equals rupees 815. So the cost price is how much? 800, and the selling price is 815. So just by looking at, we know that this is a profit, right? So what is the formula of profit? SP minus CP, right? SP is 815, cost price is 800. You can always see here, when you subtract these two, you'll get what? Profit. You made a profit of how much? Rupees 15. You made a profit of rupees 15. All right, let's do one more. This time CP is 432 and the selling price is 400. So just by looking at, you know that this is a loss, right? Because remember, bought it for how much? 432, but sold it for rupees 400, right? And what is the loss formula? CP minus SP. Okay. So CP is 432 and then SP is 400, right? When you subtract these two, you're going to get a loss of how much? Rupees 32. Simple subtraction, all right?